Michael Lombardi, who obviously has been around the NFL forever and now speaks into microphones and writes books and emails and newsletter.
TED Talks.
He has 55 jobs. Okay, he has 55 jobs as a man. It's unbelievable. What it is truly. I'll call him and he'll be like, I'll get right back with you. I'm in the middle. And then he'll call me back. What's up? And I'm like, how do you have so much energy at the age that you have? How do you have enough time? Anyways, he came out and said pretty much that in San Francisco, it is what it is with Trey Lance behind closed doors. Like, they know what it is. They've made the decision. Now figuring out what to do with Trey Lance is kind of where they're at right now. And that was a part of the quote in which he said, whenever Trey Lance's mom picked him up from the crib, he didn't have the quarterback instinct. Like, that's not his fault. It's just something that he doesn't have. Now, is Lombardi being ridiculous? Probably. But also, he does have sources around places. Is the decision already made in your eyes about Trey Lance? And how do you think they go forward with this?
What decision? Decision that what? He's
3. And it's like, they've got to figure out what the hell they're going to do.
No, I wouldn't say that. No, I don't think that that's made at all. I don't. I think that they're open-minded there. And I think they like Sam. I think Trey, the first couple of weeks, looked probably a little bit sharper than Sam did. But like we said this to you in June, like that's what preseason's for. They have 2 more games. They have more practices. I think it's pretty close right now.
Oh,
I really
really?
do. I'm not writing off Trey Lance like that at all and saying he's 3. No.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And listen, I have great respect for Michael. Michael is a hustler, and I mean that in a complimentary way.
Absolutely.
But Brock Purdy is the quarterback. I've said it to you before. I'll say it again. Yep. He's the starting quarterback. And then what they do behind him, I think, is still up in the air. Like, I don't think they know yet.
Okay. Well, I enjoy hearing that. I love hearing that. And I like the fact that we might still be able to see what Trey Lance could be in this league, even though he only has, and I think Orlovsky said this, 416 pass attempts since like 2016 or something like that. Like, who knows? What a wild scene this is going to be like 10 years looking back. Like, hey, you remember when? And it's like, did he go on?
Well, you know what, Pat? Look, that's the history of quarterbacks, right? So this year, there were quarterbacks picked at 1, 2, and 4. And if you just go back and look at the history, the chances are that probably at least 2 of those guys are not going to hit.
Yeah.
At least 2 of those guys are not going to hit. So we could do this every year with every top quarterback that's picked. The hit rate is probably less than 50%. Less than 50%. Probably closer to 33%.
Yeah, I think we did the math.
Yes, we did.
For one of our drafts, go ahead. For one of our draft spectaculars that we do for the first round of draft night, because I don't think I ever watched the draft until I retired. And then I watched it in the way, no offense to you, but the way it's being talked about by people on TV on draft night is like, this guy is going to, boom.
Future.
This guy's going to become a guy. And it's like, we started looking into it as people that have been in locker rooms before. It's like, I've seen a lot of dudes that are supposed to come in and be guys and just right back on out of there. It's hard to make it in the NFL. And I think that gets forgotten whenever you're in draft season through it all.
Well, first of all, let's say there are 270 picks, right? Everybody, when they're picked, oh my God, this guy can do this and he can do that. And he's got this skill set. It's sort of like, it's the draft version of, or the training camp version of I'm in the best shape of my life. Well, everybody's going to be the best player. Like, that's what that is at the draft, because the draft is about hope and optimism. And inevitably, then the guys come to camp, and you've been in camp where you've seen first-round picks come in probably like, man, you see right away, like, this guy's a player, or you see right away, this guy can play, right? There are picks you made. Pat, you've been in camp before, right?
Yeah. No, he sat out every camp for 14 years.
You right.
Okay, is AJ here with us today? Like, there are times you come in, you can see right away a guy can play, and you can see right away a guy can't. Right, and then sometimes you think a guy can play. Like, I remember coaches telling me about guys, watch this guy, he's unbelievable, he's going to go to the Pro Bowl, and they get in the first preseason. Like, I remember one running back in Denver. And I remember Mike Shannon telling me, like, this guy's going to be unbelievable. Watch. Like, he's lighting it up in practice. Unbelievable. And they had their first preseason game that year on the road, and the guy fumbled 2 of his first 3 handoffs, and that was basically the end of him. Like, we never heard much more about him.
Yeah, we lost. We lost a lot of hope in that guy as soon as he put the ball on the ground. We could have never foreseen that. We did think he was going to be a guy, and then all of a sudden he's just giving the ball to the other team. They can't do that.
Some guys during practice are okay. The lights go on, they're great. Some guys during practice are great. The lights go on, they're not great. Like, everybody's different, but you can usually get a sense right away whether a guy can play or not play in practice.
And what you just said, to finish that quote, you did 2 of them. There's 3 of them. And those who are great are great. Yeah, like through all of it. The greats in practice are great. Yeah. Like that is, I think, something the young players are like, I'll be able to flip the switch. Switch
is always on.
It's like, yeah, with the great players, we don't have a switch. That fucker's broke. And it is It is on. It's an amazing thing. So you're saying there's still a chance for Trey Lance. That's good news. Let's go, Trey.
Trey.
Here we go, Trey. You're not going to be one of them statistics.
No,
not you. No way.